Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to my desktop. This little video is about Giving Tuesday, and I wanted to make a screencast for it instead of sending a lengthy email for you to read when you have a busy week. But I wanted to make sure that I got an opportunity to just share a little bit about Giving Tuesday because we're trying this year to get out earlier our communications on it and just see where that takes us. So just real quickly, been putting a lot of preparation work in on Giving Tuesday. Excuse my messy toolbar there. And this morning, our first email went out. Now we've had a whole document, a Google Doc, where I'm putting all of our communication schedule. And I've shared that with a few people, but if you want to see that, you are more than welcome. Just shoot me an email and let me know, and I'll invite you to that. It's just so you can see exactly what we're saying, and particularly because Mike and Bonnie, if you want to take time and look at it, no pressure because I know you're on vacation, you can take a look and see and just let me know if there's anything you don't like or isn't correct in it, because the most important thing is that the communication is accurate and reflective. But here's our first Giving Tuesday email. You should have received it today, and it went out to over 1,000 people. And it is branded with our new branding, like all of our stuff is doing right now. We're working through all of that, and I really like it. I'm really thankful to Bonnie for coming up with this type of a brand idea, and I'm glad it's going out there. And I love all of our new pictures that we have. I'm very thankful to the photographer who's helped us with that, having brand pictures. But anyway, I have a lot of things to tell you guys about stuff that we're doing, but I want to focus here on Giving Tuesday. So this is our Giving Tuesday email. And what it does is it highlights what we're doing this year, what Giving Tuesday is, and what the focus is. If you read through it, you'll see that it's very explanatory. And the idea is that, we have so many motivated people in our network who are already great participants in CHM, who love Mike and Bonnie, who love the kids, who love the teachers, who have their own types of relationships in Haiti. And we want to get them on board this week so that there's momentum going into Tuesday. So that's what this email is about. So feel free to take a read over it. And then what you'll notice in here is we have a custom Giving Tuesday link, which is something Kenzie told me that we could do. And when you click on that, we've edited that to match our branding. And then it puts our goal on there, and it puts our donations on there. So you can see I made a initial just cursory donation, because the more donations you get in there, the more people start to want to participate. It kind of builds a momentum of this is something that people are doing together. So even before Giving Tuesday, I wanted to get something in there. So one of the things I wanted to say is if you guys are planning on making a donation yourself for Giving Tuesday, early is a great time to do it, because that will take us into Giving Tuesday, where we can say we already have X amount of money toward our goal, and this many people have donated, and that we're so excited about it, and that will give an opportunity for us to really fuel that momentum with something good already happening. And then since we sent out the email, we've already had another donor has donated $250. So we're making progress already. And I'm just believing that the Lord is going to help us get all the way there from his infinite supply that he has. So I wanted to show you that and show you where you can give. You just click right here on this donate button yourself, and you can share this link. You can copy it, and you can share it with your friends and family. If you talk about it at Thanksgiving, which I hope you will, with your relatives, and they say, how can I participate? Then you can say, I have a link for you. But people can also send checks in, and if they just want to notify us ahead of time of what it's going to be, we can update that manually in the system, and then it'll reflect there, or we can wait till we receive it. But there's a lot of things we can do now that's going to lay the groundwork for Tuesday. So that was one of the things I wanted you to see. This is our static link. You can copy it right up here, copy your link, share it on social media. And when you do, talk about why this is important to you. Talk about your own CHM experience. Talk about how it's an honor to serve on the board, and something, an encounter you've had with a staff member, or how something's ministered to you, or how CHM opened your eyes, and then why this is significant. But the idea is we want to, as the board of directors, we should be the driving force behind fundraising, and so we can be the ones leading the charge for Giving Tuesday in this way. And we have a lot of good tools and resources to do it. You can forward the email that you got. You can share posts, all of that kind of stuff. So there's that. Then the second thing that I want to show you is Facebook related, for those of you that are on Facebook. And I'm pretty sure that you all are, but I could be wrong. So, excuse me, this is my Facebook page, home. And here is the CHM page on my end. Okay, so we're updating all of our social media and everything to be reflective of the new brand and also to be reflective of Giving Tuesday. And so in this document I was telling you guys about that you can be a part of if you want, every time I make a new slide, make a slide for Facebook, edit a picture, anything like that, it goes in there, and then you can see about when that's going to be posted. But what we want to do is every time Facebook started working a couple of years ago off of an algorithm. It used to be if you liked the CHM page, you liked any page, immediately you saw that page every time it posted something. But a few years ago they changed this algorithm model, and that really made it difficult because what it was is they started suggesting what they think people want to see as opposed to what they have liked. So just because someone has liked and followed our page doesn't mean that they're going to see what we post. So the way to get more people to see your stuff is to have more people interact with your posts. So something you can do that's genuinely and truly helpful is you can go straight to the CHM page instead of waiting to see a post come to you. You can look for a post that you haven't interacted with yet. All right. Then when you find it, you can react to it, so like it or love it. You can comment down at the bottom, and then you can share it. And then when you share it, like so, excuse me just a second, you put a little comment on your own about it, and then you share it with your friends. And that's just a really good way to get a whole lot more traction for a post. Now, especially for Giving, this is always important and helpful, but it's very important for Giving Tuesday because on Giving Tuesday, we're going to have a post, probably like 10 or 11 different posts on that day. And that means that a lot of them will just get lost as noise, especially if people are sharing other organizations along with the regular stuff if we don't make a real strong effort to get it out there. So if you could do that, add your own credibility to it, share your own CHM stories, using those posts, come back to the page over and over to like and share and comment. That would just be amazing, guys. It would make a really big difference. It makes sure that we get traction. And just want to, in passing, say April's doing such a good job on these posts. We're getting them scheduled and out there. And I'm just delighted, really, really delighted. So thank you, April. So anyway, I think that about wraps it up. I know we have a lot of other things to talk about, but I wanted to just get us all on the same page for Giving Tuesday. And just, let the Lord use you. Talk to people, talk to your church, talk to your co-workers, and just look for opportunities to get this out there. And let's just look and see what good things the Lord does. So God bless you guys. I was just telling over email, I think I mentioned it to Mike Smith and to Mike and Bonnie, that I was praying for CHM and for the mission and for just finances and ministry and just asking the Lord for insight and praying over everything recently. And I just was reminded in Matthew where Jesus tells two of his disciples before Palm Sunday to go to a certain house and there's going to see a colt tied up and ask the people if you can, don't ask the people to take the colt, just untie it and take it. But if they say, well, what if they say, what are you doing with our colt? Say, well, the Lord has need of it. And they'll say, hey, no problem. And of course, that's exactly what happens. And I was just thinking about how even then, and even now, in both time periods, there are people who serve the Lord who all they need to hear is the Lord has need of it for them to just with a willing heart, release their resources for the Lord's use. And so that's just my prayer over Giving Tuesday for CHM this year. is that God will just help us to connect with the right people whose hearts are ready to just say, yeah, I see that the Lord has need of this, and we'll gladly, you can have this resources. And we know that there's infinite supply within the body of Christ for that there's enough in God. And so I'm just believing for a good thing, for a fully supplied Giving Tuesday, and that we're going to see God's good hand of love, not only toward us and not only toward you guys, Mike and Bonnie, but also toward the staff in this, toward the organization as a whole. And just bless all of you guys, and I'm thankful for you and hope you just have a splendid day tomorrow celebrating with those that you love. Have a good one. Bye.